Hello. I'm gonna share some random ideas for you for today, okay? Alright. Hold on for just a minute. Sorry about that. A cut down angry tree monster with a horrific attitude and nasty branches that absorb life at each hit. It was a cut down stump of a creature that hunt. It was a cut down. It was a. Oh, on now. It was a cutout stump like creature hunted by a headless, bloody dryad with a branch like claws. Ooh. Magical girl who's a dryad of pine trees, who has pine cone earrings and has a magical hat that resembles a pine cone, and a pine cone inspired dress. Ooh. All right, that kind of reminds me of Julian, Vision's mana. All right, next one. A monster that resembles a wooden training dummy that was made as a magical sparring partner from Ironwood Tree to be the toughest and most durable partner possible to help build up one's muscles and fists and hands into the strength of ironwood trees. It even has a little sprout on it. Is equipped with a powerful sparring pads to protect against injury. Yeah. Ironwood's, like one of the strongest woods ever. Even modern chainsaws have difficulty cutting it. That's a true fact. Alright, now. A magical tree with infinite leaves like paper that tells many tales that scatter into the multiverse's void down below to give tales and stories to all creatures in the universe. However, the Dryad has regrets because some people use those stories to hurt and exploit and build cults to their greed and nonsense. Oh no. All right, next one. A sweet-smelling, fan-wielding apple tree dryad that has the ability to waft intoxicating apple cider scents upon people that wish harm, and to make them get drunk and weakened enough to, subdue them in a moment and strip them of their gear. Oh. That kind of reminds me of the Hesperides. They're like the dryads that, guard golden apples in, Greek mythology, huh? Alright, next one. Alright, now. A maple tree dryad that with syrup-like substance. The maple triad, a maple tree dryad with a maple-like substance that has the ability to bend and manipulate maple syrup. She comes from the lifeblood of her favorite maple tree. Oh yeah. All right, next one. A monster that resembles a maple seed that has a sharp helicopter-like edge that cuts as harshly as a steel blade. Oh man. I remember, playing around with, little helicopters from, maple trees and pretending that they were blades. It's pretty funny. Alright, now. A blood-sucking dryad-like vampire that has a thorny crown and a reddish-orange dress on the command's branches, with sharp, piercing edges and thorns that drain people blood to sustain herself. Oh no, it's a vampire trait. I know what that is. I remember Gegege no Kitaro. Yeah, funny enough, Gegege no Kitaro, at least the one I was familiar with, they kind of made a parody of Logan Paul, kind of get sucked by one of those, and end up dying. Wait, no, actually, I'm pretty sure they kind of turned him into a vampire tree and then kind of spared him in the end. Anyway, all right. Yeah, true fact. By the way, they really did that. Kind of reminds me of one of the this one magical boy anime about fairies. Yeah, they had the first enemy literally use the Twitter logo as a bomb, as a spirit bomb. It's pretty funny. Yeah, that's a different anime than the one I was talking about previously. Logan Paul in it. Anyway, next one. An ancient fairy dragon of fall whose body is comprised of sweet-smelling sycamore leaves and has a red, orange, and brown appearance and has sycamore seed pods as a tail. Oh. No, I like the smell of sycamore leaves. They're very sweet smelling, yeah. Of course, I mean specifically the American ones. I don't know. I'm not really sure about the other ones that are around the world. They probably smell just as sweet too. They kind of smell very sugary and syrupy, yeah. Anyway, next idea, yeah. A dryad with a beautiful festive spirit who celebrates the coming of spring in a dancer outfit resembling a magnolia flower and is dancing the night away in a spring festival with many people watching and adoring her. Oh, that sounds very nice. Yeah. By the way, Easter is And by the way, Easter is basically a holiday that is celebrated sort of like that, in the lore. Yeah. Anyway, that's I think I have alright now. And that's all I have to share for you for today. Remember to fly like that and shine like the moon. For we your stuff dreams are made of. Bye bye now. And remember to fly like that and shine like the moon. For we your stuff dreams are made of. Bye bye. Don't forget to like and subscribe and give me your name. Sure, you can trust me with your name, yeah. Give it to me.